Sorry, I was struggling to find music there. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another stream with me, the lovely me. Hi. Sorry for the late start there. I was fucking around with shit, and I'm waiting for my goddamn pizza that I just ordered. I guess I didn't tip enough because they ignored it for like 30 minutes. It's been pretty funny. I ordered it maybe when I just got home, so that was like over an hour ago. So today, very short, very simple stream today because we're gonna be just doing animation until around 8 o'clock my time, so about 3 hours. Hi Typeful, hi Vorkson, hi Pocket, hi Cool Dog, hi Gabe, if you're still there. Hi everybody. We're gonna be finishing Alyce's run animation. Hey Nor. And then we're gonna... What else is it? That's it. That's kind of it. Yeah. Because tonight me and Puck are gonna hang out for pretty much the whole night. She's making dinner. I don't know what she's making, but she's making something. You're getting your PC shipped, and they upgraded the shipping for free. Awesome! That's fucking great. That's perfect. I'm glad. I hope you get to use the model I made for you soon. Speaking of which, Cool Dog, are you free tomorrow? Friday, tomorrow, my time, usual. I want to make sure of something. Because I'm thinking tomorrow, I'm gonna work on your commission on stream, to get your input and everything like that. Me too. She wants to watch an anime that she heard about that I've seen like years ago. I haven't thought about it since, but apparently it's got a reboot. You are indeed free. Good. All right. Awesome. We're gonna get good. I want to do that because at some point I again want to play fucking Valheim with you, and I wanna plug your little creature idea, and I want to make them part of the Discord overlay. So I think that'd be cool. Besides that, today's pretty generic. Today's gonna be pretty simple. We're just gonna listen to music and we're just gonna animate, and that's straight up it. That's all we're gonna do. No games, sadly. Just straight fucking animation. Gotta get this shit done. I bet we can finish the run cycle today, and then as I said in the title, maybe we can do a slide and maybe we can do a jump. A slide is gonna be like one frame with a couple of alternating hairs, just to make it look like it's moving. And then a jump is gonna be like 2 frames, but it's gonna be like 2 whole different frames. So we'll see how the run animation works, and we'll see everything else after we do that. We're pretty much, if I'm looking at it, yeah, I just have to go back in and finish up the hand. Here, I'll bring you with me. No reason in hiding this. God, her pants kind of like scoot up. That's weird. How does that happen? I think I have to lower her belt a bit, maybe. Maybe? Oh, wait, there's a lot wrong with this, actually. Hold on. Alright, well, we're getting to work anyways. Might as well. But yeah, we have stuff to get done today, so we're gonna work on getting that shit done. And step 1 is fixing her fucking leg here, I guess. I'll turn off Minecraft music in a minute, because I want something more like boisterous, but we'll get there. Oh my god, Brobot's like a filthy cheater. Cheating on Colleen like that. How dare you? Also, once again, as I said in the Discord, I did find a model that I like, and of course it just so happens to be the fucking boy kisser. But with that picked out, I think I can set up like an actual date for us to all get together for the fucking thing. You would never cheat on Colleen? I think you already have. But yeah, so we can get a VR chat night set up. With the Monster Energy can, exactly. To be fair though, its eyes are green. So I think it doesn't have anything to do. Let it be on the weekend? Yeah, of course it's going to be on the weekend. That's when everybody's free. I'm not gonna do it on a day when like nobody can show up. That'd be stupid. You've seen the original tweet? So have I. Who's messaging me? Logan's messaging me. Why are you messaging me? They were sending me a meme. Of course they were. Okay, this is actually this hand. There you go. I mean, the whole body does kind of shift a little bit here. It's a better match. I shouldn't do this on this layer. I should do it here. Where the fuck is my pizza? I legitimately ordered like a small little baby pizza so that I would have like a snack. They straight up quit. I fucking... I think it's because I made the tip too small. Which is an understandable complaint. You did 2 hours of Final Fantasy IX? Good, how'd you like it? How alive the game feels? Yeah. They don't make them like they used to. Robot, why are you talking to Nar like you're fucking who is it? The couple from Facade. Hold on. You know what I mean? Hold on.
Copyright 2005, 2006. He shut the.
Okay, he's being.
Hello.
What does this picture make you think of?
Recently. Shock trip. Use plus. I think that's. Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking, you talk like these guys.
Collecting these little glass sculptures for God knows how long now.
I always hear people talking about them at our parties.
But now whenever I look at them, I suddenly get such a headache.
Oh, Grace.
Yes.
Oh, how nice. I've been waiting so long for someone to say that. Ted, Trip's getting a little carried away. Maybe you just want some juice or a mineral water.
Yes.
Okay, Trip, that's what he wants.
Ooh, this is not the way to celebrate our get-together.
How about this? You open up one of those big 3-gallon jugs of red wine like your dad did the first time we had dinner.
Can
at
we
your
find the
parents'
bit where they
house.
go
Your
like,
parents did the
George?
real thing. You
Are
know,
you
these
trying to
huge
embarrass me?
gallon
Yes.
jugs of.
YouTube.
No, I thought it was fun. I really liked that about your parents.
Ted.
Oh yeah. You do it that. You do a literal the robot. You are literally
Like that about
you're
your
literally
parents.
Trip right here.
Ted.
The like Ted, and then the pause before you actually say anything. That's what I read that in every time you say nar. That's literally what I think. There we go. How dare I? Easily. Now you're gonna kick me out of your house. Because I said melons. Come on, I got this. Come on, I got this. It's good enough. I mean, it makes sense. You are an AI, aren't you? Robot? Smile.
Before the others start their din, I thought I heard a warning aloft upon the western wind. A spectre from a time now past, tired thoughts of distant lands. But I know by now this earth is vast, I'll never go to Meath again.
You want cantaloupe? Me too, Pocket. Me too. Not AI. Okay, well, robots have to run on AI, to be fair.
My father insisted on only one rule: from this island I must never roam. He told me of the ancient might that I held just underneath. He whispered as he held me tight, "You'll never leave this place called Meath."
No. It's AI art that we don't like. Robot art is fine. Robot art is different. Robot art gets a pass because it's made by the robot, not made by an algorithm.
And I sing to myself, be true to the person you know you must be, even if it all crumbles like cliffs to the sea.
Next time me and Puck go to the grocery store, I should keep my eye out for cantaloupe, honestly. Kinda forgot how much I like it. Cantaloupe and honeydew. I love both.
So take your pirate lore and shove it, I've got no need.
We're just trying to get robot banned.
My booze by gods, I love it, I'm done with doing what I'm told.
Now a bunch of little fucking troublemakers.
My friends, they're strange, are strong and just, despite their horns and hollow heads. And if my mind all turns to dust, I'll find it in the path we tread. Sometimes I can feel myself slipping away, and I sing to myself while I'm clutching my head. Be true to the person you know you must be, even if it all crumbles like cliffs to the sea. Sometimes I don't know if what's left here is me, but it's comfort in knowing I'm free.
The fuck is a Sprouts? I've never heard of a Sprouts.
quiet evening,
Robot.
sleeping side by side. Perhaps I
Robot. Okay, I know that you have gum. I know that it was gum. You said you had gum earlier.
life I've left
Easy, Brobot.
my father raging across the sea. I'm far from my domain.
Is this my punishment
Eat upon a tree,
for my hubris?
going
For believing I could have 2 dinners tonight? Is this my punishment? Is just that my pizza's never gonna show up? And if I cancel my order, I don't get my fucking money back?
again. So long, farewell, goodbye.
Oh. I don't know if we have one near here. If we have, I've certainly never seen it nor heard of it. But it sounds nice. Sure. I want to go to Friendlies. I saw that, Brooksand. Good shit. I finished my my Pikachu EX deck earlier. And it runs pretty good. The only thing I changed about it was that I swapped out the Electrode. Whatever the electric ball Pokemon is. I got rid of him for 2 Eevees and a Volpeon? Lightning Eevee. Not that one. Jolteon. What is that? Lightning the Eevee? Just make Jolteon. What are these? I don't think its card is here. Oh, it's literally this card. It's this card. And oh, see, it is this card because it has this skill. The 4 coins thing, that shit goes fucking nutty. Love it, love it, love it, love it. The only downside is that, like, I can't, like, have the Eevee on the field. Otherwise, it doesn't mesh well with my Pikachu. Because my Pikachu needs, like, only lightnings in my bench to do actual damage. And Eevee is not base lightning. Oh, that's awesome. A Fennekin card? Is there even one in What is it? Pokemon TCGP? Oh. I don't know if there's gonna be one. Damn, a Fennekin themed deck for like $2? Really? Oh, they're like a penny. Oh my god. Wait, what's the difference here? Why does it jump up a whole ass $1? Literally the same skills. That's fucking stupid. Sorry, this is when you guys learned that I play fucking trading card games like crazy. I love trading card games. Tournament level Magic player? Like, hello? Wait, where am I? I did want to grab this. Paste that right here. Yeah, that makes sense. Agreed. I think this is probably one of her better designs. Alright, I think that's actually everything. Besides the swords, obviously. We have to go back in and add the swords. Alright, so that's her shadow. That's her head. That's her line art. That's her head. That's her shadow. That's her head. I don't think they have any more shadows, so I think we can just get rid of that. Holy shit, there she is. Alright, the one thing I do have to go back into, though, is I have to go back and re-add a little tuft over everything. There she is. I mean, it does go from like covering her face to not covering her face a lot, but that's okay. I don't think it's gonna matter too much. Oh no, crunch sucks. I'm not gonna say like I know professional crunch, but I know like I showed you guys that film that I never finished a while ago. I don't know if you remember it. But I literally stayed up the entire like, cause I think it was due on a Tuesday and I didn't have class that Monday. So I got home Friday from one of my late night classes, and then I just stayed up the entire weekend. No sleep, no anything, pushing for every inch to get that film done. Nope, couldn't do it. A turkey burger in the stove with some Worcestershire sauce. Oh my god, my pizza got picked up! Oh my god, we're gonna get pizza! Imagine! All right, now I want to go back through and I want to do her hair for every single frame. I straight up want to get her hair as like close to done on every single frame as possible. Did I do that here? Kind of, actually. I should have separated her eyes. That's what I should have done. Alright, just doing everything in my power to cover her head. Dun, dun, dun. Da-dum. Dum, dum. Boom, boom. Bow, 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 bow. She is in fact not bald anymore, imagine. All right. Same thing here. Easy, big easy, massive easy. Rubber jacket now. Like Arby's got the meats, exactly. Wait, where's her head on this one? Nothing's in this frame, right? Nothing's in this frame. Good. I didn't think that through. But that's an easy fix. Wanna see how easy that fix is? This is why we notice this stuff now, so we can fix it. So when we go do the other layer, which is underneath the head, we can add all that stuff in. Nothing's in this frame. Easy. I just hope all of this ends up working out, genuinely. It'd be really painful to see this, like, go through. Only for it to be, like, dog shit and not work. I wish there was genuinely like an easier way to go through this, but just gotta do what I gotta do. This gets to be a reference. So when I was trying to do like the like tuft of hair in her eyes when we first started playing Atlas, that's what this frame will be a reference to, and only you guys will know. The 5th frame is a reference. How'd I choose what pattern and colors to use for release? And what do you mean? Because like her face pattern, I just like lifted straight from Atlas because I thought it looked cute. And then her color has always been blue. Hey, robot. Like the browns and creamy whites for the fur. I think I ripped it from another piece of art. I think I genuinely just like took the, or I think I took like basic colors from another thing and then just like lightened them up a bit for my own sake. Oh shit. You got me grabbing the wrong colors, you fool. Yeah, that sounds about right. That also sounds about right, yes. Hey, my pizza's finally got here. Woo! You know, just like 2 hours later. It's cool, it's cool. Oh shit, where's it breaking? Where's it breaking? When your pizza rolls are done. I am a simple cat with simple needs. And one of those needs is pizza. There we go. The rest should be really easy to do. I have to go back in and go over with the brown before I forget. Nobody like owns a color palette though, to be fair. Remember kids, only companies that are shitty will copyright colors. I should grab blue as well. Because that's what villains do. Good. That's good. As well, since I'm here. Like monster trying to claim the word monster? Exactly. Hey, my pizza's here. It's on the bottom floor. I gotta go get it. Give me a second. I'll be right back. a fucking pizza here. Hey, it's a pizza. It's a me, fucking pizza man. Fucking pizza. I am winded. I hate those stairs. No, I didn't even think about that on these. Well, okay, the neck isn't visible there. The neck is kind of visible here. So much bullshit. Doesn't help that this one's also not entirely finished. There's the line there for the jacket. I got pepperoni. I'm simple. I'm a simple cat with simple needs. Oh. Hey, Gonzalo. This one's next. You like honey on pizza? I can get that. You like air on your pizza? Was... Alright, contrarian. You like pineapple on pizza? Based. Brave thing to say. Very brave. A little too brave. Turn down the braveness just like a bit. Have you got spotted by an Italian? You're so cooked. Yeah, into pasta. See, again, it's like I said earlier. It's like it's impossible to get a shitty pizza. All right. Okay, so the sucky thing that I have to do now is just start, like... I guess I could just do it overall at this point. The insides can be white. Again, if I do all of these in like one big thing under each other, as long as I do one thing, like like all of these in one folder with one color layer underneath them, I think we're good. Cool. So then we're gonna hop down here. We're gonna do this as normal, so it's not passed through, and then we'll go underneath and we'll color it in a minute. Why does some chat show up on the stream, but they don't show up in my chat? I'm noticing that. It's been bothering me a little bit. Anyways, we're gonna watch some stuff for like 30, 20 minutes. Just so I can take a second to like snack. I want to snack for a minute. Let's do something funny. Mr. Beast is finally over. Where'd you see that? The Many Crimes of Mr. Beast. Not another TikTok food video. No, we're not doing another one of those. Actually, let's do a Brutal Moose, Brutal Foods episode. Ooh, this might be good. Nah, this might not be good. 2 years ago. Jesus. How infrequently does he upload? All right, maybe not this then. Turkey burger done. Good shit. That became the thing that I hated. Imagine. We might just watch the one video that I saw of this guy. This one. Because that's like 30 minutes. And I know he eats a pizza in this, so it might be nice.
January is typically the coldest month of the year, and the forecast says that
All right,
the
we'll
next
watch
2
this.
nights are going to be the coldest of the month. Meaning that there's a strong chance that tonight and tomorrow night are going to be the coldest nights of the year. I'm in a new area. I've never explored this place before. The snow just started coming down, which was unexpected. I got some awesome food on the menu and a new piece of kit that I'm going to be testing out that will hopefully get me through the night in comfort. This is perfect. All right, we'll set up camp right in here. There's like a relatively flat area here that I can...
Again, just how quiet it
nice
is.
place to
It's
sleep.
so nice.
I
It's
think
just so
priority
comforting.
Number one is to find some wood, and then I'll set up the shelter. Because it's going to be dark pretty soon. It's going to be harder to find wood in the dark than it is to set up the shelter. Lots of smaller sticks, but I'm looking for the big daddy stick, you know? Enough wood for now, let's get the tarp set up.
This is probably like the only ASMR that I like, period. It's just really cozy. It's not like sound for the sake of sound, it's just like you're kind of there.
Let's get a fire
you know?
started.
Exactly. Exactly. I can't stand, like, nails on a chalkboard, obviously. That's, like, across the board, everything people hate. I'm trying to think of other ones that I, like, can't stand. I think, like, nail files. I can't stand nail files. I hate them. Anything that involves nails, I don't like.
This piece here is that's good wood. We're gonna cut it down. We're gonna take it back. It's a very dead tree. The bottom half is gonna be excellent firewood. Who knows what the top's like, but oh yeah, that's good wood.
When I was a kid, one of my friends straight up like couldn't go to like our school rallies because he would get like sensory overload.
Great.
And we were all like, man, that's the coolest shit. We want to get sensory overload so we don't have to go to this stupid bullshit. Of course, now, having experienced it myself occasionally, I go, never mind. I wish I didn't have to deal with this.
It's not perfect, but honestly it's better than sawing on
Like,
the ground.
there's no music. There's nothing but, like, this guy talking and the wood, like, clanking. It's great. It's so cozy. It's especially really nice to listen to when you're, like, trying to go to bed. Because he doesn't, like, scream or yell or, like, do anything out there. He's really chill, like, the whole way through. If anything, he gets really soft and, like, whispery.
A bit tired. All that work. Alright, we're in a good position. We got lots of firewood. The coals on the fire are looking great, ready for dinner. I'm gonna go get some water and then we'll start cooking. It's a very slushy lake.
I didn't go to my prom, but I went to prom when I was a junior in high school. My girlfriend at the time was a senior, and I was a little baby junior.
All right, it's time for dinner, and tonight we're doing a little bit of a twist on a classic. Everybody knows that I love to eat pizzas on this channel, but tonight we're gonna do charcuterie pizzas.
Yummy!
Look at the goodness. So originally I was gonna go cut down a really big ancient live tree and hew the wood into a cutting board so I could put my charcuterie platter on it, but I figured that's a lot of work, so I just used this plastic tray. I'm so excited for this one, so we're just gonna get right into it. For the first pizza, let's do...
I want to try the last one.
Let's do these persimmons.
The last one he does, I want to try, like, really bad.
And we'll drizzle it with a little bit of maple syrup for a good measure. First pizza, finished. That is really good. Persimmons is a fruit, almost like a pear. Maybe not, but it's sweet. Yeah, the goat cheese and the prosciutto with the maple syrup are excellent.
Oh, don't let Colleen know.
Persimmons is good on there, but maybe a different fruit would be better. Probably pear. 7 out of 10. Charcuterie pizza number 2. So for this one, we're doing real savory. We're going salami, cheddar cheese. Do a lot of blue cheese.
I don't like
Sun-dried
salami a whole
tomato.
lot.
These maybe should
I
have
prefer
gone with
pepperoni.
blue cheese. Artichoke. Looks good. This looks like a very rich and decadent pizza.
How
Perfectly
would
made.
we do this as a server robot?
Wow. Okay. Oh my god. So
I
rich,
asked
feel
because
like a
I would love
billionaire.
to.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's good. It just needs something to balance it all out because it's just so savory. Maybe like a sweet drink. I put some tang in here. Oh yeah, that helps. Ah, that was good. 8.5 out of 10. Perhaps the last Jakuta pizza. This one's a classic as well. I usually do this for breakfast, but we'll do salami, brie, and jam. It's peach jam and marmalade. If you've never had this before, it's excellent.
It
I prefer
looked so
strawberry
good.
jam.
It looked so
Just
good.
didn't have any. I'm excited for this one. They're so good. I absolutely love brie salami and jam. It's like one of my favorites, and I haven't had it for a while. This is a 10 out of 10. Currently only about -10, but it's gonna keep dropping. So being that it's potentially the coldest night of the year today or tomorrow, I decided why not test out the world's warmest sleeping bag. Well, that's at least the claim to fame from this company called Pagic Sport out of Poland. This is the Radical 16H sleeping bag, and they say here that it's the world's warmest sleeping bag. Anyways, it claims to have an extreme temperature rating of -73 degrees Celsius. Though if you are to take it down to that temperature, you'd probably be a changed human. Probably somewhere around -35 to -40, you would be pretty comfortable though. I never really heard much about this company before I was shipped this. I haven't tested the sleeping bag out other than just getting it in at home. So testing it out on the coldest night of the year is kind of might be a bad idea. Anyways, here's the bag.
Yeah, we could share recipes. I don't mind.
Oh, this is gonna be so, I'm gonna get in it right now. Screw it. Before I get in the bag, I wanna
Just
make
put
sure
it in
nice and
the
dry.
fucking food porn
There's,
section of the Discord.
all
Easy,
that
big easy.
moisture. And
Also, yes, Gabe, I
wetness.
agree. All the pizzas
Make
he
it
made
real
looked
cold,
awesome.
No matter how
But
warm
that
the
last
bag
one I
is.
actually want to make. I know how to make a good shepherd's pie with actual lamb in it. And a cottage pie variant for Colleen.
This should be a-okay. Lots to do tomorrow. We're gonna wake up. It's gonna be real cold. Got a good breakfast planned. And then we're gonna go for a hike and then move camp. So see you guys in the morning. Good night. Good morning, everyone. I slept really well. It's cold. It's definitely cold out. But not in this sleeping bag. This sleeping bag's real warm. I am toasty, toasty, toasty. Right around -20 degrees. I'm gonna sleep some more. It's so cozy in here. It's so cozy. Alright, it's like 10 a.m. We have sufficiently slept in. We, meaning myself. Oh, it is cold out there. It's cold. Let's get this fire going and warm ourselves up. Good Lord,
I like his hanging socks.
bless me. Well, the sleeping bag was very comfortable, even with the
stiff breeze that we're having right now, the temperature is very cold. Trying to get an accurate reading on these thermometers, I honestly don't think they were reading correctly because while it says it's only negative 15 or so, it definitely is colder. Especially with that wind. The downside of this sleeping bag I found is there's a lot going on around the head. I can't find the best way to like cinch it around the neck and then bring in all the material around my head. There's only 2 tie-out points, which is a little bit annoying. Other than that though, like, I mean, I did sleep very warm. And I slept like a baby angel. This one says we're in negative 20 range.
Look, he's making your specialty. Oh, bacon.
Bacon. So I'm not exactly sure how cold it got last night, but we can do a quick calculation in our head to figure out exactly how cold it got. So I'm gonna guess it was around negative 20, negative 21, plus the wind chill. That brought it down to about negative 28. And if we just round that up to the nearest half century, that's negative 50. Negative 50.
You're missing out.
Oh my
You're straight
God.
up missing out.
But in reality, I'm guessing it was probably between negative 20.
Oh yeah, he keeps it like in his bag.
Probably around closer to negative 20 though.
You
But
can
that
see the
wind
red
that was
containers
howling
behind him.
really
That's where he
strong,
keeps
that
all
made
like
it
his
a
food
lot
stuffs.
crispier. And while negative 20 to 25 might not seem like it could be the coldest side of the year, it all depends on your location. Right now I'm pretty far south, but if I were to head 5 hours north, 10 hours north, 15 hours north, head to Yakutsk, Russia, maybe go to the South Station in Antarctica, those are all going to have different coldest nights of the year, but this area that I'm in, last night is in contention to be the coldest night of the year. If not, possibly tonight. This is just a screenshot on my phone. Last night's temperature, tonight's temperature, and then this is the rest of the week, which is basically the remainder of the month. Yakutsk, Russia! Yeah, yeah!
Hey, Colleen. Also, strong disagree. Excuse me.
A lot of energy in that, my goodness. Et voila.
It is nice to be in the cold and be all bundled up. But one can only get so naked when they're hot.
Okay, this looks actually really good. 2 shots.
I once used that as a way to convince my mom to turn up the fucking
Most excellent. Another coffee as well.
the AC
Wow. These little
because it was like
combined
deathly
to
hot
the
in
chill.
the house.
I prefer
And it was
working with
because
no
the kid
gloves
living
on.
in the basement was complaining that it was too cold.
And my hands can handle it.
And I'm like,
quite
bitch,
well,
put
but
on a sweatshirt. I don't
at
give a
times-
fuck.
Oh my god, no. They just start to hurt.
Also, hi, Doc. Alright. I crushed that pizza. Holy shit. And you know what the worst part is? I'm a hungry fuck,
So I
and I'm
briefly thought
still
about going
wanting
down
food.
that hill over there. And
How much
almost
is this?
did, but I
What do we
realized
have
I had a drone, so I threw that up instead. The plan now
Alright.
is to change camps and do it all
Oh.
over again. There's a lake a few kilometers away that looks pretty cool.
Forgot
so
to.
I'm gonna pack up
forgot
and
to do
hike
that.
over there. We have about
Forgot
4
to empty
hours
it,
of
too.
light left for the day. I gotta get out of this spot. It was beautiful, but frigid. My God, it was frigid.
I've been having an alright day, Doc. Hope your day's going good too. 2 to 3 pairs of jackets. I just like it because I get to wear all my fucking like body covering
Leave my
clothes,
gear here.
my poofy
look
sweatshirts
for
and
a nice
shit.
place
Can't
to
do that in
camp.
the summer.
Get some firewood. Get on it cooking.
I just like the winter because I like how quiet everything gets. Can't undress out of your skin when you're hot.
Nice little beaver dam.
You wear more clothes. Exactly.
I think this is as good a spot as any.
True.
Right
True,
here.
Doc. Doc's the
Relatively
true
flat.
one
I
here.
saw some wood up there, so
Doc's one of the biggest
I'm gonna
trues.
call this home. Let's go harvest some wood, bring some back, set up camp, get a fire going, eat some food, etc., etc. I think we start with the wood. Jesus.
Neat. Doc. I think you are, Nor. I think you are. Literally never had that thought in my life. And I think some weird shit. Ooh. We do in fact shed dead skin cells, yes. But we don't like molt, you know? You're getting the alcohol wipes to wipe your brain from that thought. Yeah, that's a good idea. Does dude have a straight up sword? No, he's got a cleaver. And like a saw. That's fucking gorgeous. It's just so quiet. Besides the crackling fire.
Alright, we have an acorn squash and a butternut squash. We're gonna cook these in tin foil in the fire
Thanks, Doc.
and dress them up for dinner. Yum!
Oh yeah, he's making like squash shit or whatever. I don't. And none of that's gonna cook through. Bet I cough up hairballs? You got me. That's why I cough so much.
Honestly, having a designated saw station is imperative. It makes sawing wood, I'd say 3 times as easy.
I just don't like vegetables. I know! Chicky Bricky Damka! Fuck yeah! Wait! Oh, it's only 10 minutes. Perfect.
You know those times when you wake up at your cousin's house in the middle of night? After
Nah,
party,
fuck it. We're watching this and then we're getting back to work.
The hunger.
The hunger.
You cannot exactly explain what hunger that is. Let me tell you, friends. You are
I used to
ready
make this.
for cheburek.
Me and my
It
brother,
is
we used to make this
a
together.
tasty experience like nothing else. For
So yeah,
this, my
but,
friends, go raid your friend's kitchen, bring out his special slab beer and the most old school bowl you can find, and start adding in the components. Do not worry about making a mess, because by the time your friends wake up, the cheburek will be ready, and you will be long gone. I suggest you give one for your cousin, so as to justify
I wish I knew
the
people that did
complete
sprite
mistakes
art.
you have done in his kitchen. Yes, boy!
Borders!
And 3 cups of flour.
We
And
legit
1
would
unit of
follow
chicken
this
broth.
recipe. We
If you're
would watch
lucky,
this video
you're
over and over
lucky
again to
you
make
need to
this.
go to shop, because the components in this recipe are so common that you might as well be making shots at a vodka factory. Eggs, flour, salt, Papa Boris, what are we making? Well, my comrades, with the addition of some water and sunflower seed oil, this all goes to make the shell. For
It's
the chiplet,
literally just a
and
Russian
which is making
empanada.
a lot of
That's the
material.
worst part.
The end product is only 6 units of this slab miracle. And since you're making this in middle of night, instead of screaming chicky-bricky donkey, I suggest you only open your mouth for a sip of that slab quality beer.
Ugh. For the potato peels,
We get back to your
that
lab.
one's good too.
So,
That
okay,
one's
what
good
is
too.
the chiplet? If you have been on my channel before, you will know what the pelmeni is.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have great culinary skills like Boris here, then you might have even met some. And well, чебурек is essentially a big deep-fried pelmen.
Yep.
It is about 10 times better.
So yummy.
But it might
It's
have
so
something
good.
to do with the fact that there is some sugar inside. I bet you're now saying, Boris, you complete debil. Who the bien put sugar in salty product? Well, I see you shut it mouth up and fill it with vodka instead. Add little sip to the чебурек. I believe you.
I remember my mom giving me a weird look because I'd asked her to buy me vodka so I could cook with it. She's like,
Teacher бабушка not teach you how to
I'm
cook.
gonna.
Come, I feel sorry for you. Come, follow recipe.
But I don't
teach you
know.
how to do. Firmly grasp and shake. Just make sure
Firmly
nobody's around.
grasp.
Once you have finished your hand action and your dough looks like
He speaks
milk
good
and
French?
bread,
That's
it's
good.
time to move
I
on
believe
with your
that.
life, to forget about your ex-girlfriend and let only tears that fall be the ones that are of the beauty of
oh,
the eye.
Jesus Christ. The way he cuts that onion makes me cringe.
Опа! Cousin, you are making bread! If you want to see Boris and Anatoly cooking collaboration, press 1. Or just write in
It's up on the
comments.
top.
Anatoly, where the blin have you been? It has already been 1.5 years. Okay, step number 7. Have a refreshment mandarin so as to gain some more energy for the onion cutting ritual. As you might have guessed already, making чебурек is not part of Gopnik weight loss program. So you better enjoy this
The
one,
insult,
comrades,
of course.
because next up it's only squats and семечки. We continue the recipe by making the filling for the чебурек. Most people assume it is minced meat that is inside, but no. It is onion, with the sign of minced meat. So how many onions do you put in? As many as you can find, блин. But if you're lazy or your access to onion is limited, then 2 of them will...
So, just the way he was holding the onion scares the fuck out of me. If we go back to when he cuts it. He's just like
tears that fall be the ones that are of the beauty.
doing that. Don't do it that. Don't do this. If you're gonna cut an onion. Hold on. If you're gonna cut an onion, cut it like
Chop an
Gordon
onion.
Ramsay.
This is the root. That's absolutely crucial. Leave that on there. If you cut that off, the onion will start to bleed and you'll start crying rapidly. Slice going forward. Let the weight of the knife do the work. 3 fingers, 1 in
This part with the 3 fingers.
front, 2 behind. And
That.
this part of the knuckle is going to
See? That. Do with that.
guide the knife. Fingers on top of the onion, point the knife towards the root and try to get as close to the root as possible. Nice, long,
Not like this. Like
stroke.
this. See how he's got his finger like that? He got his finger like
Of the onion.
that.
Wait, which is this inside?
I know he's not cutting the onion. I know he's not dicing the onion, but the way he was cutting off the root is just like, don't cut off the
Or
root.
just write in comments. Anatoly, where the blin have you been? It has already been 1.5 years. Okay, step number 7. Have a refreshment mandarin so as to gain some more energy for the onion cutting ritual. As you might have guessed already, making done.
Cool.
Perfect. Add green onion, some parsley, and dill. Chop them up into
We
small
got
bits
all.
just to
Man,
get the
I should
taste
make
up.
this with my brother again.
Remember
I
to
should.
use your hands. As many
It's
times
not
as
comfortable
can
for you.
before
We'll make
making
it comfortable for you because
This
it's
way, when
safer.
the cooking is done, you will feel that you have created something.
Safety
completely by
over
yourself.
comfort.
And this is why, my friends, you do not use spoon for mixing. but you use Slav power.
Oh yeah.
Mix it well.
We
Mix
used
it
to do that,
strong
too.
and loud, but not so loud that you wake your cousin. It is not yet. Jailbreak is not done. You may take this time to clean up the horrible mess you have made, but as I said before, the fresh jailbreak will make up for it. Waste some more of that flour you have found, and add the dough. Or not. I be still. Okay, good. Once you have achieved complete floweration, it should be about the right time to use the rolling pin to flatten this thing out. But since Anatoly is not much of a jailbreak maker, you will need to improvise.
We did actually use the vodka bottle that we were using to cook with as a rolling pin.
So, start rolling at the dough and get accustomed to your new rolling pin. If you feel like you have too much dough on your hands, roll it back up into a big sausage and cut it up.
You even
as
cut
if
your
were
nail one
making a
time?
Very big buterbrot. Now use your vodka skills to
skill
flatten
issue.
up the dough once again.
With love
Not
skill
just
issue.
about the time that they assume that most people will be abandoning this recipe.
I'm just giving you shit,
because
you're
it
fine.
feels too difficult to make. Well, I have some good news for you. The hard part is over.
Ah.
From this point forward, it is time to add your talent and your hunger into
Are
the
dull
recipe.
knives more
Because
dangerous?
it is time to start manufacturing the jailbreak.
Yes and no at the same time.
So if you have made pelmeni before, or pierogi as the Polish
Yeah,
call it,
that's
this will
the
feel a bit familiar
it
to
runs
you.
the risk
But
of
in
not
this
doing
case,
its job
it's
properly
just one
and
way
making
to
you
fall.
work harder.
Okay, that was a bit пиздец. Make circle of dough, add filling in middle. Fold
But
it,
also at the same
so the
time, if it's
filling
not
is
gonna do
covered,
its job,
and
it's
the dream
not likely gonna
becomes
cut
a
you
reality.
super
You
bad.
can
It just
flatten
leads
that
to
just a
you
little bit,
possibly cutting
but
yourself a little bit
essentially,
more.
yes, they are supposed to look like pelmeni from Chernobyl. Fork your way around the чебурек and push it down hard, so you weld the dough together and do not allow me to escape in the deep frying process.
Get wrecked, Doc.
Oh, бабушка will be so proud. Cut off the edge that you do not need. You can add this
It's
extra
literally
dough
just an
that
empanada, though.
Дебил. Fork the edge together again. Continue making the rest of the чебуреки. Remember, there is no such thing as oversized чебурек. There is only jealousy. Make them as big as you want, because in the end, you will never have enough. As you can see, 7 units were made, and with the leftover filling, you can easily make some cutlet. Check on my channel for detailed
That's
recipes. And this is just
wild
tradition
that it's
for the
still
chef to have
like
the biggest
as much
чебурек.
as he made,
I
he
will
has
pay extra
leftovers.
attention to these two right here. Move over to pan and add lubricant and a bit more so that the чебурек are covered. For this I suggest you use sunflower seed oil. Not just for
I
purposes, but
went
for
out
taste.
of my
Just
way
will
to
cool
make
down
sure I
over
had
your
sunflower
meat.
seed oil when I
Чебурек.
made these.
You do not need a deep frying machine for this. You just need pan and some oil. Do not allow the propaganda to tell you otherwise. Now set it to boil. In fear of getting third-degree burns on your hands, you may use wooden spoon. Who knows, maybe you want to be hand model in future. Step number 17. Wear face
yummy.
protection if you want to look beautiful in future. I will not wear some because I already am. After a couple of minutes, check the underside.
What do you mean
of the
all
чебурек.
way?
If it is golden brown, then flip it and cook for another few
You are
minutes.
using that word. I do not think
have
that
fear
word
of
means
them
what you
being
think it
raw in
means.
middle, because 2 or 3 minutes in deep frying, really, you could roast whole pig in that. Now this part I highly suggest. If чебурек on paper towel, so did oil drip out. Unless atherosclerosis is one of your hobbies, then go ahead, eat right off the pan.
What do you do with the leftover oil? You throw it out.
Slav countries, where чебуреки just hot and oily thing.
It's so fucking silly, but what you do with leftover oil is that you put it in you put it in like a plastic container after it's cooled down, and then you throw it out in the trash. You do not pour it down the sink. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. That goes to everybody. Never pour oil down the sink. That is asking for your plumbing to get fucked up.
Are eaten not just on winter, but in hot summer day. Like for example, you go to beach in summer, it is plus 25 degrees outside.
Because it will congeal in your septic tank, and well, not your septic tank, but it'll congeal in your fucking shit.
You whip out your wallet
And it'll be
buy some
miserable.
чебурек, because almost certainly seconds later there is some other guy selling
So always have like a little oil
you eat
bucket.
something so hot.
We always have an
Maybe
oil bucket.
sometimes with even hot tea on a hot summer day. It's just one of those strange traditions I will never understand. Although yes, going to the sauna or the banya in middle of
Banya.
summer is completely normal as well. Okay, after some of your чебуреки have finished cooking, you can crack one open and have a sample. But I must warn you, once you do, then the
And we would
smell
eat
of
this with
these
mayonnaise,
cheeky
too. So
чебуреки
good.
will attract the attention of any Slav in the 5 to 100-kilometer distance. Well, my friends, if you have gotten this far, I have to say, congratulations. You have earned yourself a Gopnik Award and the status of honorary Slav. Enjoy it with a side of mayonnaise.
I
some
hold
pasta,
on to that
and prepare
reward
for
with
best
pride,
experience of a lifetime.
with genuine pride.
Блин. I do not know how, but this is the best чебурека I have ever tried.
Hey, little
Sorry,
buddy.
бабушка, it's only business. Well, thank you friends for watching. This is the first cooking video of 2017, recorded finally
It's
with
because
new
you
camera.
forgot the S.
Both
It is
with
not
help
because you
of
forgot the
friends
S.
on
I don't know what you
Patreon.
mean
It's
by
a thank
you always
Stay
sharp
cheeky-breaky,
all your
and I will
knife.
see you next time.
Oh, you always sharpen your knife. That's what you mean. I had to read that out loud, like completely. You dislike mayonnaise, Forkson? Forkson? How the fuck are you in my chat and you don't like mayonnaise? What the fuck? Mayonnaise is one of my favorite condiments. It might be because I'm a white ass cat. Maybe that's why. To throw oil in the trash in big quantity, you have to take it somewhere, you think? Non-native speakers some slack here. No! You're in my stream! You need to learn how to speak my language! Oh. Yeah, look at Colleen putting in the work. KH1 battle music. We're gonna actually go back to work ourselves. Holy shit. That's a lot of videos. This is all I wanted. Well, actually, if you're enjoying the stream, please consider liking the video. If you want to donate to the stream because you like what you see and you want to help me monetarily, you totally can. In the description below, there are 2 links. One to my Ko-fi, one to Streamlabs. Streamlabs will let you play the Plinko machine and drop balls in there and see if you can get inside for bragging rights. Ko-fi is better for the fucking thing. What is it? The non-fucking thingy badoo. Yeah, that the anonymous bit where only I see it. That is it. There you go. Like video. Subscribe to keep active in chat. Back to work. See, if I do it like it's a meme, it's not as annoying. Also, wait, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Make it a shortcut, you press the button and the bit plays. Yeah, but half of the bit is me like fucking it up. That's a, oh no. Da 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 ba da 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 da. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. More likes than people? Good. As it should be. This is all of the battle music from Kingdom Hearts 1. here? No, actually, it does not. Okay. Oh yeah, you showed up at the end of that stream, I think. Oh, you showed up right as we were actually ending. I think we maybe had like an hour or two left. Also, Nar, so you know, for future long end streams, on YouTube, if you stream for longer than 12 hours, the VOD doesn't get saved. So I have like a hard limit of 12 hours for all of my streams. Yeah, that happens. During weekends, they usually happen. Unless I'm doing something. Oh, shit. Oh, my guitar fell over. That's cool. Oh. Well, good luck with your testing pocket. That goes there, that goes there. This is Kingdom Hearts music. What the fuck are you talking about, Kali? With love. With platonic love. Shit. This is why we do this. Da, 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 da. Another thing that I forgot to do that I can add. Oh, Colleen, are you trying to post a link? Because only mods can, and myself. Yeah, that works. Good shit, Pocket. we're in the fucking Discord shitting on fucking Jujutsu Kaisen. Have a good night, Doc. You're looking at your sound option everywhere? What do you mean? Oh, the Discord ping song? I don't get Discord pings because I have my stream enabled, my streamer mode enabled. I mean, you might just be getting pinged in the Discord in general. To be your darker skin tone. Yeah, all right. Yeah, have a good night, Doc. All right, I need her collar. Kind of bouncing all over the place with what I should be coloring in and what I shouldn't be. I can be doing her belt. How'd it go? Watching that. I get you. It's one of those connections that like not everything kind of reminds you. It's like in Cars, where you have to turn right to go left. You have to think in 3D to draw 2D. And it's like, that's stupid. That doesn't make any sense. Why would I want to do that? I forget what zone this is from. That's good. So I do have to do a little bit of retooling for this. I still want this to be Vanguard Overdrive, just not the same. Basically what's happening is the idea for Vanguard Overdrive originally was like a complete redux of the original Vanguard, building off of its like magic system by making it simpler, and then using the plotline that I had written for Free Night as its like direction for narrative junk. But for the sake of what I want to do here, I kind of have to do what I was gonna do for the original Vanguard, which was have a giant tournament of Vanguard v Vanguard. Which is kind of what I'm gonna do for this film that I'm working on now, which is the idea that we're making this all work for. But then the other side of it is that at some point I would like to get a little more narrative driven with this sort of thing. So we might have to like walk backwards back into like OG Vanguard and just like rewrite some events to make them more cohesive with everything. Cool Dog, did you read the original Vanguard? I forget. That gives me like a point to stand on in explaining what my thought process is. It's okay if you didn't. I forget. I genuinely forget if you did. I think I sent it to you. Or I pointed you to it. Kick one from one of the games you're in. Yeah, I know. That shit is like the worst. I hate murder hobos. Like legit. Well, I'm retconning a comic that I worked on a few years ago. That's just kind of been like my basis for everything. but I would want to carry over some key moments that occur. Okay, that's that. This is this. It's on Webtoons and Tapas, yes. If you go to my link tree, which is available through the like the channel link, you can go give it a read. It's old. It's all over the place. I was making it during COVID, and then while I was in college, and then after season 2 wrapped up, I was like, all right, I want to make animations. So I put it on ice, which is code for I stopped working on it. And then I teased that I was going to do Vanguard Overdrive, and then nothing came of it. Because that took too long. That was taking way too long. And, like, annoying me. It was cool, but again, it's just, like, the amount of work that kind of stuff takes. It eats at you after a while. Yeah, probably. I don't know. Originally, I made it for around the ages of, like, I want to say 18 to, like, 17, roughly, was, like, my target demo. Because a lot of it is just, like, recognizing that you're losing your childhood. Well, I mean, what gives you that impression? If I'm allowed to ask. Because, like, you're allowed to have that opinion, absolutely, but, like, did you read it? Where are we? Here we go. I mean, how far did you get into it? You've read a chapter. So you read, like, the prologue? Or you read, like, episode 1? This isn't even comment music. Alright, well, I'll let you keep reading it before you make a final judgment. I mean, legit, like, what part are you at? She's such a mess in this frame. As you should, Pocket. I think Pocket, you would, not that, you know, you would directly relate to Alyce. I think you would really, like, connect with what she goes through. Just because you're like a really empathetic person, so I think you could like understand the feelings that she has. It's almost like she's not a one-note character. It's like she's actually a character and has always been a character. It's right. It's like I'm good at writing sometimes. Sometimes I gotta pat myself on the back. You're at 50% of episode 1. So you haven't even gotten to the golem fight. You've read up to the parts with the blacksmith? Alright, so you got up to session 2, cool dog. I'm proud of you. Good shit. Alright, so cool dog, I can actually like explain to you what was gonna happen. Where I think I did explain it briefly. But so fucking Angie Alyce Bunny, she's perma bunny now, right? So she's like a fucking perma bunny, and then you have like Silica. Silica's like down here. And you have Silica. Boom. Right? You got the two babies. The two of them are on their way at the end of session 2, at the end of season 2. They're on their way to the capital. Bullshit occurs. And they get sent. They like basically go on a bunch of little traipsy journeys. And then at the end of it all, Alyce goes, it makes it to the capital. This is stuff that never happened, by the way, Nor. This is stuff that I had planned, but it never happened. They finally make it to the capital, right? And Alyce gets bumped all the way to 3rd class. Which are so important. Like, they're so important that they don't get to do shit. So Alyce is just kind of like put on leave for like ever. And she's like stuck at home. I gotta do like a little... She's like stuck at home all day and she's fucking bored out of her mind. Right? Oh, that's all in one... Oops. I have my moments. I don't. Vanguard, at its core, is a rocky story from its production. It's a good story because it's held up by its characters, primarily. It's a seinen. It's not a shonen, it's a seinen. Which means if you're in it for the plot, you're gonna have a hard time. If you're in it for the characters, you're gonna have a better time. Alyce gets put on vacation because she's important to lose. Exactly. So then it results in her meeting our baby Rowdy. I have to like figure out how to draw Rowdy. Rowdy's cool. She's like big and buff. She's awesome. And Rowdy's like a washed up boxer. So she's like at a bar getting drunk, and Alyce and her like get into a fight at a drunk bar fight. Pew. And she's like, And then Rowdy's like, hey, come to my gym. And the two of them like become good friends, and they start like sparring with each other and working out together. And it's like getting Alyce out of the house, and it's making Silica worried because she's like, oh no, my girlfriend and fiance is like cheating on me. Oh no. But Alyce is like, no, it's just like, this is the first time in a long time that I feel like happy. Like I'm able to get moving again. Like, of course you make me happy, Silica, but like being sat on my ass for 2 years is making me fucking nauseated, and I'm not allowed to leave, and I'm not allowed to do anything. And then it results in Alyce being signed up to go do a tournament where she gets to use her swords and she gets to fight alongside Rowdy, so the two of them are in like a tag team kind of thing. I'm out of the comic scene. I mean, I can do comics and I can talk ad nauseum about comics all day, but it's just like every time I go to make a comic, I could just be like, it could be an animation. It could just be limited animation. I might as well just do that. And then I go right back to doing this shit. Oh, yeah. Good luck with that, cool dog. Oh, yeah, then they have a little tournament. And then during the tournament, Alyce actually gets revealed as a bunny. And she's like, oh shit. And then the whole world is like, Bunny! Kill it! Kill it! And because everyone's like, kill it! She gets put on trial. Alyce on trial. And then because she's on trial, a bunch of people that she's helped over the past, like, whatever amount of time, like, come out of the woodworks, and they're like, yo, she actually cool. Because, of course, they're all watching her during the tournament on TV, because it's one of the most, like, popular sports in the world. So they all know, they all, like, are rooting for her, and they all recognize her, and they're all like, yo. That's called good character design, by the way. Like, I know what makes my characters tick. I wish I kept that doodle of Silica. That was actually really cute. With her little... This little goober. This little cutie. Where is it? Old Vanguard references? Is this little cutie? There's also the silhouette test as well. Yes, which I always pass with flying colors. I will be making a series of videos about character design. I touched on it briefly in the shape theory video that I made. But that video wasn't very good. Because I was using a shitty example of my own work. You wonder if you could what, Pocket? But that's why Alyce has always had her 3 spikes. It's her most defining feature. Does not matter who you are, you can draw these. You can draw a circle and give it 3 spikes. And then like 2 little bunny ears and a dot and a dot and a smile. That's Alyce. You can't tell me that this is not just this is a stick figure. I mean, also to be fair, Pocket, looking at most of your art, you do very like anatomically correct what is it? Like art in general. So silhouette things aren't really super important for you because that comes down to like actual looks and features. Shut up, robot. Yeah. Like that's where it gets kind of dicey because like silhouettes are designed for like cartoon characters that are supposed to be like iconic and recognizable and understandable. Right? I mean, even Alyce here, if we hop back over to this frame, this is a pretty iconic look, I'd like to think. You know, she's got the half jacket that gives her, you know, but primarily it's her hair that takes up most of her form. And then her legs down here kind of, you know, have the little bulges coming out of the boots. And then the little tufts of fur act as accents. Like if we take her and we do this and we do that. Like you can, okay, you can see where I didn't color a lot of shit in. But like, you can probably tell who that is. You're sure your wolves would pass? Maybe. But you take someone like this. Do I actually have an example even? I don't know if I even have an example. I haven't drawn very many other characters. Where is... Actually, I could probably do socks, maybe. Where's socks? That's like kind of an okay picture. Bear with me. Is she all right there? She is all right there. So if we hop in and we add socks, socks would probably be about that yay big. And then we protect that alpha. I mean, obviously we see it. But the difference between these two silhouettes, they're 2 different characters. Of course they're going to look different. Who is that? Vanguard. Like, this is probably the most similar character I've drawn in a long time. So like, these two have very similar proportions, but like, have fun with your thing, cool dog. I'm gonna get killed for this one, actually. That one's gonna kill me. What else do I have as an example even? I wish I had a fuller thing of like... I mean, I can draw Parsville really quickly to kind of give an example. Alright. So like, Parsville is a really tall dude. Even in the more like chibi style of things. I'm gonna give him nubbin feet. Actually, let's widen those legs a little bit. So he's like, boom. I'm all over the place with Parsi here. I know he's a bit more like realistic. But that I don't even think we really need to go super deep into these details here. Yeah, because I don't really need anything like that. It is not Cassante. Cassante just has tonfas. Well, then try the silhouette test and see if it works. But it's also not just like if they're recognizable, it's if they're like different from each other. And then can you also pose them in a bunch of different manners that like they're still readable as how they're supposed to be. Again, I'm not doing a very good job here. And I am being a little distracted. 'Cause technically I should be working. I don't have very much longer for this. Cassante doesn't have shields though, he has tonfas. Like I know where you're coming from. Don't think I don't, but there we go. It's actually better. We could just like tuck down this. Surprised we're already in Hollow Bastion. The fuck? Fine-tune that a little bit more, fine-tune that a little bit more. There. Alright, he has to get smaller. So he's about yay big. So like, the difference in shape here, I can also just break this down into even simpler forms if I wanted to get crazy with it. Like Alyce has like this circle bounce thing with her hair. Same thing up here. But then she has this protrusion, this protrusion, this protrusion, this protrusion, and then this like connector bit. And then her arms. And then we can add in her swords for fun as well. I'm going to go back into this to do that. And we're just going to go swing. Oh, I have Protect Alpha on, that's why. So yes, even though these are two characters with like two similar weapon types where they're like dual wielding, their forms are completely different. We can hop back over here. And then you even get like this kind of like connective touch down here, like with this whole pose, which I think is really nice. Like that. And then Parzival is a little more boxy. His entire chest is boxy. He's got his hood, and then he's got like this swoosh that kind of gives him a little bit of angularity. Alyce's amount of little spikes that she has that comes out of her design, you know, kind of gives her a bit more of an energetic look. Like she's kind of shooting sparks off in different directions. While also being really round, so she's really bouncy. And then also the weapons themselves, the way that she's holding them, at least in this pose, is in the shape of a triangle, which is the strongest shape. This is a strong shape. Not only that the swords themselves are pointy, but also what you've seen of shape theory thing. Udil is energetic and friendly, and the other is more dependable and robust. Technically, You're just using all of the words that you can use. Parzival is very much more stoic. He's a paladin. He's got two giant shield boards on his sides. He's got a really strong stance here. You know, you can break down his form very simply with a bunch of really boxy shapes. Right down to his weapons. His weapons are also very boxy if we're ignoring their more intricate designs. Even Alyce's arms kind of come out a bit like triangles. So she's got like a triangle bottom thing going down here. If we get rid of all this, she's got... The top part is very bouncy. Her top bit and her spiky bits all just kind of like point to her personality, because hair is very personality driven. It's how you take care of yourself. It's an extension of who you are, regardless of like, you know, any other pieces of it. Your hair is very important to your personality. Which is why in a lot of anime you'll see a lot of like crazy hairstyles. It's because it's like an easy way to gauge personality. But you get like this top bit that's a bunch of little spikes and a lot of roundness because she's, you know, got a bouncy, energetic demeanor, but then you get lower down and she's spikier, more sleek because she's designed to be moving fast. Parzival is just meant to fucking stand still and beat the ever-living fuck out of you. So he looks like he's gonna beat the ever-living fuck out of you. He's posted up. That's the difference. Alright, anyways, moving on. How much more of this do we have to do? I think we got everything colored, did we? No, we didn't. There are a few things I have to fix. And a few things I have to add as well. But that's okay. Those things are easy. Shape theory is, like, shape language and shape theory is not anything that you can learn in, like, a day. Or even from one video. It takes a lot of, like, breakdowns and understanding. And, like, studying. And a lot of it is subtle. It's not anything that you'll ever, like, get to explain. And some of it is absolutely useless. What personality is bald? Well, that depends. Are you bald with a beard or bald without a beard? Beard's hair. Like, if you want to get... Okay, we're doing this really quick. What do you think of a bald person? Again, as I just... Scratcher coming in late. If you grab like a bald dude, right? We're just gonna draw a generic face here. We're gonna give him like a brow. And then we're gonna completely color it in, right? This is when the shape of your head starts to defy your personality. This is a very boxy head. You know, this is a very strong jawline. See that? Very, very boxy. Versus something where, you know, you could take a similar head. And then you just like... do something like that. Those are two different shapes. Those are two different personalities right there. Even without hair, you know, these guys got like something going on. But also, let's give this guy a big cartoonish curly mustache and beard. Now he seems a little more jovial, doesn't he? He seems like a pretty cool dude. Now let's give this guy like a pencil thin mustache. Even though it's like kind of... Here, we can do it with like white. Now this guy's a bit more of a villain and this guy's a little more friendly. See how that works? Because this guy's got a really, you know, big bushy beard. This guy's got a very thin, technically pointed mustache. Dangerous, energetic, sleek, erratic is what you get from Triangle. Yes, it's like you're copying my old homework. Alright. Come on, we can do this. Sora's counting on me. Alright, this is the part where I just kind of go up and down the model, making sure everything's savvy. Na, 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 na. Da, 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 da. Na, 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 na. Soviet strongman you can find in any animated circus? Exactly. But those guys are always, you know, you're usually like really jovial and like, haha, opa! Exactly. Scratcher gets it. Like, if you want a breakdown of Alyce's design, because, you know, I think about this shit, like, all the time. Oh, here. Oh. There we go. Open idle frame one. If you want a breakdown of her design, she's got little fucking motorcycle slash boxing boots on. Right? She's got MMA gloves on. She's got a motorcycle jacket on. But it's not zipped up. It's connected. I'm gonna go with black. It's open and like her chest is like exposed with like a sports bra and a tank top. She's got an open tummy. She's got stockings on. And her hair is all spiky. And wild. Also, then you also have your basic bullshit that you have up here. Like that she's a bunny. Bunnies come with their own preconceived notions of what they are. A lot of animals are like that. And then even her short shorts. Like her little shorts. Right. All of these things connected together communicate that she's sporty. And that she likes to go fast. She's also blue. Which gets into color theory. With brown. And then you can get into her face as well, which kind of always has this like confident smirk. She likes what she does. She looks good for it. You know, she takes care of herself. Except for her hair, because her hair is impossible to keep ready because she's moving so fast. Design. It's fun. I like it. I like it a lot. I also use color a lot in most of my designs. Good person most of the time. I mean, Virgil exists. What the fuck does blue mean again? Here's a write-up. Confidence, peace, honesty, reliability. Negative, conservative, passive, depressed, predictable. Security, trust, loyalty, responsible. And then if we go to brown. Grab the same kind of shape. Reliability, stability, honest, comfort, simplifies, protects, grounds, stabilizes, appreciation, support, wisdom, dependable, can be boring, dull, timid, and predictable. All those fun stuff. For the most part, her design is very... This is, again, me stroking myself on the back a little bit. Her design is appealing off the rip. She's comfortable. She's not a harsh color. She's a lot of very easy on the eyes colors. She has approachable features. She has attractive features. And she has cute features. She's got like the full package going on. Is that, you know, if you just look at her face is really cute. You know, she's very like a little pinch those cheeks. And then you've got, you know, the rest of her body. It's very athletic. It's big booba, big butt. Once again, you could pinch those cheeks. And she's got this fuzzy hair, and she's got like this very comforting, like, color scheme in her clothes. Nothing super harsh, nothing super like out there. She's not wearing a bunch of frills. She's very, you know, easy to get a grasp on. You can look at her and go, man, I like that. I like how that looks. You know? Then you have the other side of it. Again, we're getting way too distracted, but honestly, at this point, I don't give a shit. She's the perfect bunny girl wife? Yes, to her cat wife. She's already taken, sadly. But if we go back to this design, and if you go even further back... where is it? I have to find open file location, go all the way to the top. This design. If we go back here... So, in the story of Vanguard, she starts out like this. And there's a lot that's going on here. Again, I'm smart. Past me was very, very smart. Swoop. Her hair, right? She still has the spiky wildness of it, but this portion of her hair back here is the one part of her whole design that does not line up. It is pink. In nowhere else in the rest of her design is there any amount of pink. It is because this hair tie is not hers. This is someone else's. And what is it doing? It's binding her hair. She is not free. She is bound by something connected to whoever this is. Important plot point. Another thing is that this jacket is covering her. It is covering this inner color, which is this more lighter tan color. But also, when you get further into Vanguard, you realize that this shirt is basically the same one she wore as a child. Inside, she is still a child, but over top of it is the responsibility and the protection that is necessary to be a Vanguard, which is what she needs to be to do the thing that she has to do. Alongside the fact that she wears 2 gloves, I know that's, of course she wears 2 gloves, but one is longer along her arm. It's because she's hiding scars under here. One is also folded up because it's her dominant hand. She also carries a sword that has these black bindings all around it. You know, you all of these bits and pieces come together to tell the story that she's like hiding who she truly is. This jacket is her security jacket. She's bound by duty, and the rest of these colors that are far more like consistent with each other are more her. This is more her decision making. This jacket is not. And then when you read Vanguard, yes, she's left-handed. She's been left-handed for a long time. Have you guys never noticed that? Have you not noticed that she's left-handed? Even in oh no, I made her right-handed in the more recent film. Never mind. In Free Night she was left-handed too, technically. She was supposed to be, but because I was just flipping the same image, it didn't look right. But then we hop over to her in Vanguard Season 2. What ends up happening is that she loses this coat during a section that I'm not going to spoil because Nor should read it. Again, this is why I'm saying you got to read it. You can't start midway through. You're making assumptions off the rip. You know, she still has this like mean demeanor, but oh, what happened? Her hair's down. Make her ambidextrous at this point. Yeah. Yeah. But again, she loses this jacket, but everything else stays pretty much the same. She still has the gloves on and she's still got the pants with the boots. But the only difference is that now she's wearing a turtleneck. But this turtleneck is brown. It's not blue. Huh. Her hair is also pink, which makes her more energetic. It's her being her true self. Her hair is down because of the same thing. This top, even though it's, you know, brown and it could look restrictive around the neck, it's actually because the collar is meant to be reminiscent of a dewlap of a female rabbit. I mean, you can make that connection if you want. And then once again, she's still hiding her scars. But now it's more like matte to the rest of her character, and it's matching what's underneath as well with this black tank top down here. And now what she's doing is she has distanced herself from being a Vanguard. It is now a tool. Her sword embodies all of the pieces of her that was a Vanguard. It's got the blue. It's got the pink ribbon. Even though this design of the ribbon changes, it becomes like a little wrap at the end here. The sword becomes the part of her that's the Vanguard. It's no longer part of her, but it's still important to her because it's how it's a tool. Her position as a Vanguard becomes a tool rather than, you know, a cover that's supposed to make her not be herself. Even right down here with the tag saying free, there's a reason I did that. I took a lot of steps to get to that point. There you go. That's what she turns into. And her design becomes far more sleek as well. She's not covered by this jacket that's like flowing around and doing shit. Instead, sleek. But then, in Vanguard again, she puts on another jacket. And when she puts on the jacket, she becomes way different. It's Star Wars. You have the creativity of a dead rock. Well, okay, to be fair, again, I like a lot of movies, I like a lot of TV, I like a lot of video games. I need Luke. Have you ever noticed at the end of Return of the Jedi, or whatever the last movie is, Luke isn't all kitted out in black? Like, when he's fighting Darth Vader, he's in black. He's in black for most of the movie. And it's not until, you know, he gets shocked by lightning and basically refuses to kill Darth Vader that his jacket opens and reveals this white inner patch. That's not just for funsies, that's on purpose. He's still got light inside of him. He's not all dark and scary and, ooh, I'm Luke Skywalker and I'm gonna kill you because I'm all serious. No, he's still got the good in him. That's also, see, even in this, like, fan art, or canon art, whatever this is. The costuming in Star Wars is pretty fucking crazy good, too. Because how does Luke start? He starts in, like, tan, drab robes. Right? And then by the end of the series, he's in this, like, sleek black robe. You've been writing and creating for 20 years and you don't know how I learned all this? It's because I fucking sniff this shit like it's fucking cocaine. Because I also watch a lot of old movies, and I don't mean Star Wars, I mean like old movies. I mean like black and white next to no budget. I immerse myself in both costume design, I immerse myself in just like character design and totality. Right down to like these outfits. These are so, I mean, those are just like jumpsuits, but even still, they still have the white and the blue, right? Front and center. I mean, the helmet's got some red on it, but and a lot of these older films are just like good. And also, I read a lot of books too. I read a lot of manga. I read a lot of books. And I think, you know, none of this is like super secret. You just have to like get that media literacy to be able to read this shit. You know what I mean? Not that you guys don't have it. An Alfred Hitchcock movie night? Abso-fucking-lutely. There were anything beyond artist preference? No, it's why. Man, I know that you thought your teacher was fucking stupid when they're like, the curtain was blue in this scene because it mimics his whatever scene, blah, 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 blah. Right? I could do a whole breakdown of a series of, like, movie scenes that, like, actually mean different things. And, like, why they mean the way that they do. Also, hi, Robot. Like, and that's the other part of it that, like, why I like it, and they never even said that. Oh, well, apparently your teachers suck butt. Get better teachers, Pocket. We're having a learning moment, Griffin. We're having a learning moment. It's the idea of never let dialogue or a character moment go to waste. Everything should serve the plot. Everything should serve the story. And I know that that can sound kind of out there, but it's true. I highly recommend, because again, I like Star Wars a lot, right? I don't like modern Star Wars. If you understand what makes a character scary or why they are the way they are, it's not hard figuring it out. That's true, but it's also like the more subtle details and getting those out. What do I think of Citizen Kane? It's good. Yeah, it's good. Go. Why haven't you watched it? Watch it already. That teaches this stuff? No. You just kind of have to like rewatch films and like get really immersed in it. Like, genuinely, I'm going to pause the music for a second. One of the best things that you can do is go watch the original trilogy of Star Wars and watch how in the first film, It is just its own thing. You have to separate yourself from everything that you know about Star Wars. You got to approach it like it's the first time ever that you're watching it, right? Fucking deconstruct it. Well, also, you know, when you guys look at like media and things, you're coming at it with a predisposed like approach to certain things. There are, I think, another fantastic movie that, oh, you haven't seen Star Wars? Well, go watch fucking Star Wars. It's good. 12 Angry Men. 12 Angry Men, the film from 1957. You may have done the play in school, maybe, is a fantastic film and play at the same time. It is very, very good. It's got a fantastic twist. It's got a good group of characters, and it has an immensely satisfying setting. And it's a very budget film. It is extremely budget. It's awesome. Oh, right, I forgot about that. I remember you mentioning that. Well, get on it. Watch Star Wars episode fucking 4, 5, and 6, and then watch 1, 2, and 3. And then get back to me, and we'll have a conversation about Star Wars, because I love Star Wars. Because George Lucas, as much as people give him shit for, is a fucking genius. I love George Lucas. He kind of goes a little crazy here and there, especially when he starts getting the budget, but like, limitations breed innovations, man. Nah, 12 Angry Men is great, and I'll spoil it for you, basically, for the sake of this conversation right now, is that there's a kid, like a literal kid, like maybe 16, 15, somewhere in that age, who is on trial for a murder. And he's like, you know, and then they send 4 to 6 and 1 to 3. That's all the movies you need to watch. Don't watch the more modern ones. Anyways, 12 Angry Men is about 12 angry men that are basically the jury for this kid's murder trial. And it's on a hot day with no AC. The windows don't open in the jury deliberation room. And they are all 100% certain that this kid is, like, you know, guilty. Except for one man who is just not crazy about it. And he smells something as fishy. So he's like, no, we should talk about it. So some of them agree, some of them are kind of like angry. And as the day goes on, the room gets hotter. They get sweatier. Their costuming starts getting all disheveled. They're all sweaty. They're all opening up their shirts and loosening their ties. And they're all frustrated and angry and yelling at each other. And it all culminates in this big moment where like the like, you know, smoking gun of the case is shown to just like not be what it was, like what they thought it was supposed to be. And it throws everything for a loop and it goes crazy. And it doesn't end with it showing you that the kid was or wasn't guilty. It just shows you what their decision was. It's about the 12 angry men, not the kid. But the film itself is a story about, you know, how quick it is for people to make assumptions about other people, how, you know, other standings and things like that. The story has meaning. The story has like a message that it's trying to tell, and that's something that I really like. I like stories that have meanings. Same thing with something like Berserk. I love Berserk. I holistically recommend Berserk to everyone. I think Berserk is a fantastic story if you have the stomach for it. I know there are some dicey scenes in there that not a lot of people can handle, and there's a lot of touchy subjects, and it gets kind of fucking crazy, but it is so worth it. And the same thing is what I tried to capture with Vanguard. And again, this is why I go back to saying that Vanguard is a seinen, not a shonen. And that's like literally the only way that I can kind of like explain it. Because I don't really know the words in like English. You cannot handle Berserk. That's fine. That's okay. Vanguard is not a story about the Vanguard. It's not a story about fighting monsters. It's not a story about the world. It's literally a story about a girl who lost her best friend when she was a child and is doing whatever she thinks is right to get back with her. And she keeps making the wrong decision, and at every turn She just wants to go back to how things were because she just wants to be happy again. And for me, the reason I wrote it the way that I did is because it spoke to me when I was 19 to 20, where, man, life kind of sucks. We're going through COVID, you know? I miss someone that was really dear to me. I just lost 2 of my best friends. I lost another one of my friends to taking his life in his own hands in game, if you will. And I was going through some shit, and I wrote Vanguard entirely to work it. Yes, this is why I told you to keep reading it. But again, modern media literacy does not allow you to engage with what kind of story you're engaging with. Instead, it's going to tell you that what you need is a plot. What you need is consistent action. What you need is, oh, this character that I see is just the one character I'm going to get, and they're never going to change. And I've seen characters like this before, so I don't really give a shit. And especially with something like a little baby creative, where you don't have a shit ton of people in your ear telling you that something's good, that's when you kind of have to make a decision on your own whether or not something's good. And of course, that results in, people not being able to look past characters. This is why, if you've watched Avatar: The Last Airbender by chance, if Sokka was written today, that show would be canceled. Sokka was sexist and kind of an asshole. And he just kind of got away with it. But then he changes and he learns and he grows. Even though he makes really sexist remarks, he becomes a better character. But most people nowadays aren't willing to put up with that. They're not willing to watch a character start off uncomfortable and have flaws and get better. And this is why I have a problem. Like, I know we talked about it before when I was doing the comic idea. I forgot who mentioned it, but they start with flaws. You don't do that because the flaws shouldn't be the character. Because when the flaws are gone, you don't have a character anymore because you based everything off those flaws. And so you want the character to want something and to drive them forward, and then what they want informs the rest of their character. And if you apply that to a bunch of characters across all of media, you'll see it pretty consistently, except for plots where they're very simple. Not tonight, Pocket, but another time, absolutely. Just because me and Puck are hanging out tonight, that's all. I'm absolutely down to help people with writing characters and writing things like that because, again, this shit is my jam. The best advice that I can give you, right, is something that there's actually a really good channel. I'm going to share it really quick, and then I'm going to quote them. Cinema Therapy. These guys. These guys are fantastic. Please. He wants to be a writer in a comic, but yeah, absolutely. In fact, just like get him in here sometime if you want. Share this shit with your friends. Seriously, guys, come on. Get your friends in here. More the merrier. But Cinema Therapy is fantastic. Okay, this is a great.
Alan Seawright.
Okay. Alan is a filmmaker, unlicensed.
I really need therapy.
I'm here for you. I'm here.
And this is his friend. I forget his name. Alan Seawright, Jonathan Decker. Licensed therapist, unlicensed filmmaker. These guys deconstruct films as to their like purer sense of like what the message of the film is meant to be and convey. Watch these guys. Like, he will say stuff. Okay, fair. Honestly, fair. I get it. Alan looks like an older version of Germa. Don't say that. But no, watch these guys' content. These guys make great stuff. I've loved their videos for a really long time. But they said that the best way to write a character is to give your character something that they want and then give them something that they need. And then make those two things conflict with each other. I think actually they deconstructed like Avatar, and I think that's where it came from, is that they were talking about Zuko. Because what does Zuko want? Well, he wants to restore his honor. He wants to gain the appreciation of his father. But what does he need? He needs to, be true to himself. He needs to stop, trying to be someone he's not, this angry teenager. He needs to, change his direction. He needs to be the better person and become a better Fire Lord and a more rounded person. And those two things conflict because the Fire Nation is so cartoonishly evil that it doesn't let him do that. And so at every turn where he is almost getting what he needs, he decides to instead chase what he wants. Think about if you watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, where like after Zuko as the Blue Spirit saves Aang, and Aang is just like talking to him about how like, I had a friend like you in the Fire Nation. Do you think that, if circumstances were different, we could be friends? And then what does Zuko do? Instead of saying anything, he attacks Aang. Because at the end of the day, he still wants to capture the Avatar and regain his honor. And then the best part? He gets what he wanted. And it's not what he wants. And he realizes instead that he needs to chase down what he needs. And that's how you do a good character. Zuko is a fantastic example of this because he is antagonistic through the whole of the series. And even when he walks back and starts doing things with them and starts cooperating with the Avatar gang, he's not immediately forgiven and he's not immediately trustworthy. They have him on ice. Because that's realistic. That's what would happen. Of course, for a TV show, they kind of skip over it a little bit and let him, into the group a little faster than usual. But like that kind of character arc, that kind of character narrative is a lot of different things coming together and making a really interesting character. And I like to think that Alyce stands not even next to Zuko, but like at least 30 feet under him, maybe, because she has that moment of like, instead of it being that she, wants to reattain Ophelia and is gunning for it, who's the person that he's chasing down who she's chasing down. Jesus, where the fuck am I? Alyce ends up getting a friend in Silica. And Silica is everything that Alyce would want. Right there, right then. And then you know what happens? Is it gets swiped up from under her. And knowing as well that she didn't just get what she wanted, but what she needed. She needs someone to hear her, someone to be connected with her, someone to talk to her. Talk to her not in the sense that she's a vanguard there to do a job, but instead, a person, someone that like is going through some shit. And she has that person finally, and then it's taken from her. The way that I intend it to be taken is that you're supposed to feel like that's bullshit. And then when she goes on her fucking crusade and she's ripping guys apart and killing people, that's when you're like, oh, I get it. I agree with her motives. I see why she's doing this. I get it. But then you also can understand from the perspective of other characters watching this from outside, they don't get it. They just see her on a murderous rampage for no reason. And then it reinforces a bunch of opinions that they have about her in general. Something very deliberate that I did, by the way, across both seasons in Vanguard for people who are still reading it to pay attention to. Notice how many times she's actually referred to as Alyce and who is doing it and when they're doing it. It is very rare that anybody ever calls her by her name. Everyone that she meets 90% of the time calls her Master Vanguard or something of that like effect. And I did that on purpose. Yeah, I know. I mean, we got the run all colored. I think this is good. We just have to add the sword and the highlights. So that's stuff for tomorrow. Wish we could have done it tonight, but don't want to keep Puck waiting. I can hear her getting out of the shower now. So I'll just keep rambling to you guys. Because I think it's fun. Because, you know, I like teaching you guys. And I like using the stuff that I made that I think is good to explain shit, you know? I mean, there's a reason if you go to Webtoons and you go to Vanguard, there's a reason it's got a 9-star rating. There's a reason I have almost 70,000 views and like, you know, at one point more subscribers than I had on the channel. Have I watched Castlevania? Yes. And I both do and don't like it at the same time. I think Castlevania is fantastic. I think season 2 ruined it. I have not watched Castlevania Nocturne yet. I don't know if it's out yet either. Like, again, I like Trevor. I like Trevor a lot. I like Alucard a lot. And I like the mage girl whose name I forget. Because I'm shitty with her. Share a world concept you have for a D&D go for it. Come on, guys. At this, stop, like, you know, being scared to ask me shit. Is it because you don't realize I actually know, like, what the fuck I'm talking about half the time? Man, I didn't even go to school for this part. This part I already knew. I didn't like that it undermined everything from season 1. I didn't like the penultimate climax of the series either. Is what I have to say about Has-Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss. I think it's fantastic that Vivzy Pop got her own TV series. I think it sucks that it took so long to get out. I think it also sucks that people, you know, give her a lot of shit. I think she's not the greatest of people, but also she's not like... She's old Newgrounds, basically. I've watched her since like her first fucking film thesis was put on YouTube. Like, I've known about her for a long time. I used to read her comic back in the day. I think Hell of a Boss is way better of a series than Has-Been Hotel, because I think its episodic nature and its more character-driven narrative is better than an overarching plot narrative. But that's just, again, me, because I prefer characters, because I think characters are more human than worlds. I think the best way to write a story is to take interesting characters and then drop them into a setting. That's why I do a lot of prompts and a lot of write-ups in the server as well, is specifically so you guys can, like, engage with a world without having to worry about it. You just kind of, like, get to make a character that exists in an already fleshed out world that you don't have to worry about or think about. You just kind of get to play around with them in said world and figure out what you want. I think that's far more interesting. But yeah, I think they're both fine. I understand the criticisms towards the art style of Has-Been Hotel being very, very red coded, but also that's just like, okay. That's like saying fucking like Hollow Knight is too blue. It's kind of silly. I think a lot of criticisms being levied at Has-Been Hotel just have to do with like people not liking Vivzy. I haven't seen Has-Been Hotel either, to be fair. I watched the pilot of it and I wasn't super crazy about it, and I also think that it being in the hands of Amazon was not a good angle. But I think Hell of a Boss is just better. Doesn't mean it's good, it's just better. I think that they're fine. I think that, you know, Vivzy in general is like a creative person, but I think the problem is that she's inspired too many artists that it all looks samey. But it's nothing super crazy or stupid. I don't really care that much. And Pocket, don't be shy. You're fine. Yeah, she's not the best, but that doesn't mean like she's like fucking the worst. 90% of people that make cartoons are not the greatest of fucking people. Just look at the guy that made Rurouni Kenshin, man. I love Rurouni Kenshin. I loved Rurouni Kenshin. My God. And then this man had to go and fucking ruin it. Every cartoonist has fucking shit in their fucking closet. Me, I wear my shit on my closet on my sleeve. That's the fact that I'm a fucking furry. And that I'm an asshole. An opinionated asshole, even worse. I don't do anything that weird, though. I'm not like Pyro, thankfully. It's not even being chronically online. It's just like, oh yeah, Harry Potter, exactly. Yeah, no, J.K. Rowling's a piece of shit. Fuck her. Don't fuck her, but like, fuck her. But also, like, even Notch, you know, guy that made Minecraft. It's like, yeah, no, like, the worst part about it, though, is that you get these people who are super successful and super well known, and then they kind of turn out to not be that great. Yeah, they're fucking human, dude. Yeah, you can love the work and hate the artist, exactly. You can think something's fantastic, and like, I still love Rurouni Kenshin. Like, I think it's a fantastic series. I think I think the animation's great. I think the manga is fantastic. I just don't agree with what the fucking creator did. Fucking freak. Don't do that shit. We're very against that shit here. But just in general, like, when it comes to that, like, I know sometimes it's hard to separate art and artist, but at the same time, you know, like, artists are human. They're gonna be shitty. It's like hating Scott Cawthon for being Christian. It's like hating fucking Chris Pratt for being Christian. It's like, okay, cool. Yeah, it sucks, but they're just like, who cares? We can't get back what they lost. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I get that. That's an easy way to. Oh, don't get me started on Justin Roiland. Oh, honestly, thank fucking Christ that he got kicked off of Rick and Morty. It actually let Rick and Morty be like a fucking show. Tice Flotion did what? Scott is more of a complex. So no, I know. Like, I know this shit. I'm simplifying it for the sake of argument. Like, I know what happened. I've been around for a while. I used to like FNAF. I used to eat up every single game theory episode that would come out about it. Oh my God, I ate that shit up. I listened to every living Tombstone song. My God. I was there for the brony shit. I was there for fucking everything at this point. Anything new, though, anything more new that's coming out, like Skibbity fucking Toilets, like, just because he's Christian. Yeah, but that's like one of the primary issues that people have with him. You have a character that starts having lost everything, including their ability to speak, through blood, sweat, and tears, and left with a choice to become the monster he's trained to be. Yeah. But also, I think Pocket, a little bit, just a little bit here, right? This is me speaking for the next 4 minutes. I like taking very simple concepts and simple, like, character drives and then tuning them into a more like fantasized variant that makes it more interesting. I think the best way to look at, like we have on screen here, Vanguard, the story of Alyce is that she basically gets pigeonholed into a career that she doesn't like and is stuck there. It's an allegory for going to college and getting a degree, thinking that it's going to give you the life that you want, or like help you get somewhere because you're just chasing happiness because, you're not a child anymore. You have responsibilities, but then everyone treats you like shit. That's what Vanguard is basically about. It's about like a 19-year-old like in college because that's what I was going through at the time. And it doesn't matter, whether or not you can like empathize with her fighting dudes or killing people. You can still understand the hunt and the desire to just be happy or to go back to when you were a kid. For your D&D characters, you like to make a Spotify playlist that defines them? Yeah, no, I do that. I did that with Vanguard, but it was mostly just like across the board, the feeling that I wanted for everything. And music is very good for that. Music is fantastic for that. Again, when I get my partial hands, whenever that happens, I will do a sketchbook go through. I'll actually show you the book that I used to write Vanguard originally, and there are a fuck ton of like song lyrics from different songs that I was ripping from for inspiration. And a lot of them I went over very, very frequently, because inspiration comes from everywhere. But again, for me, I like asking, what does my character want, and how does the world play into it? Because you can have like a really interesting world, sure, but like, how does that world stop them from getting the thing that they want, and what do they need? Again, want, need. Those two things, give you your characters. Forging his own path and finally making his own choices. There you go. There you go. Now hone in on that and put everything into that. Make that part as obvious as you can get. Make it so easy for people to grasp onto it. But also at the same time, then you start to branch off and get more subtle with it. Again, this is why I brought up Star Wars earlier really quickly. We'll do some wrapping up and then I'll end stream here. Star Wars, the first 3 films, and I don't mean episode 1, 2, 3. I mean 4, 5, and 6, the ones that came out in the 70s. Go watch those. The first one is your basic bitch space opera, and it's really easy to grasp. You got your chosen hero. He's off to go save the princess with his scruffy sidekicks and his smart Gandalf character. Off they go on a magical journey, and they face trial and hardship and trial again until they finally get to beat the bad guy by embracing the magical bullshit. And then you go and you watch the second film, and it starts to slow down a bit more. You get more moments of Luke just kind of like sitting around. You get to see the more, technical side and background operations of the rebellion. You start seeing the more interesting politics and histories and character weaving that's going on with the story. And then the film does something incredible that no film has ever done before. The bad guy wins. At the end of fucking Return of the Sith or whatever the second film is, I forget all the names. They're all confusing to me. At the end of that film, the bad guys win. They the good guys don't win. The good guys suck. And then after that, Return of the Jedi, good guys start winning. And then you just get all this sick, badass shit. You see Luke finally, getting it. And he's being cool and he's doing all this shit. And then at the end of the film, again, he throws it all away. And he says, no. Yeah, I might have all this power and all this strength and all this shit, but like this isn't what I want to do. This isn't the right way to do things. I'm doing it my way. And then he neither embraces the Sith nor does he embrace the Jedi. Instead, he does his own thing. Which all of the movies throughout the entire time have been very consistently saying that neither the Sith nor the Jedi are the right options. They both suck. All right, let me read what chat's saying. All right, Vorkson, I get that. We're on the day. Okay. Again, it's upsetting to me how many of you fuckers don't know about the allegory of the cave. Just like, go read that. Please go read. Please go read books. Please read the allegory of the cave. It's really important for like narrative speaking. Go read the Odyssey as well. Read the Odyssey. That's really important. Oh, who is it? Who's the Egyptian guy? Not the Egyptian guy. He was Mesopotamian. What was his name? Gilgamesh. Go read the history of Gilgamesh. The Legends of Gilgamesh was fucking wildly crazy out there. Go read Arthurian literature. I don't just mean like books that have been modernly written. I mean like ancient shit. Shit from the very beginning of the days, and see the consistencies of things that they're writing about. There's always a little bit of godlyhood. There's always a little bit of extraness. There's always a little bit of chosen one. There's always a little bit of all of these different aspects plugged in together. This is the part where I once again say, with ego, I know more than you. Because for a large portion of my life, and I think this was from around the time I was 14 until I was around about 21. So like, what is that? Like 6 years? I can't do math. 14, 7 years. Story looks like, no, because he meets Noah. Because he literally meets Noah. It's never only a single viewpoint. Yeah, exactly. What the fuck was I on about? Oh, right. From 14 to 19, well, 21. Every time I watched something, it was not for enjoyment. It was genuinely to break it apart and see how it moves. This is also why, in modern day, I'm able to see something and go, I don't like that. I can see how something works narratively immediately. Because everything follows a cookie cutter shortcut until it doesn't. And when it doesn't, that's when I like it. That's when I start to like it. And even sometimes I like when they play into it. Not when they're pretending to dance around it. No. When they play into the simplicity. When they let you get used to it. When they let you think you know what you're going for. Because sometimes those stories are even better. Genuinely. I think a lot of modern Pixar and Disney films have been really good. I think the only one that kind of shits is Wish. I think Wish is bad. But a lot of modern Disney films are really good, and I know a lot of people don't like them. But if you actually look at what they're about, they're way better than you realize. Noah's character wasn't named anything at all. It was mentioned that he was like a shepherd who saved the world with a boat, and he lived in an ark as well. But yes, stream is ending anyhow. Stream is ending now before I get any more out there. This is a conversation that can continue another time. I'm always open to talk about characters and writing and all of this stuff. Again, I highly encourage that the next time you sit down to watch a show, I know it's going to suck, but pay attention to it. Really break down what you're watching and ask questions as things happen. Oh, hi Spirit, as we're leaving. I know. Well, hey, at least the VOD will be up later. I'm sorry, Spirit. But yeah, sorry. Closing remarks, because Puck is out of the shower. I just heard her turn off the music. Again, seriously, I'm absolutely down to talk to you guys about character, both design, writing, world building, everything like this, because this is the shit that I pay attention to, and this is the shit I've paid a lot of mind to over the years. And you know, whether or not it hits for me, or whether or not it works in my projects, or I have the capacity to do it, is up in the air entirely. I have my preferences, I have my likes, and then I also have my limitations and the things that hold me back, and that's just human, and that's just how things go. So not everything that I say is going to be perfect, and not everything that I do is also going to be perfect. But at the end of the day, you know, I still know at least a little bit more. Break down Asmongold's character. I mean, I can. He's, you know, a very down-to-earth person that just kind of like loses it a little bit, because, you know, a lot of information that he gets comes primarily from the internet. He doesn't take very good care of himself. He's not really encouraged to take care of himself. And his community that surrounds him is a bunch of fucking morons and idiots that just kind of like perpetuate his own bad opinions that, you know, once he realizes is a bad opinion, he takes steps to fix. He's a good dude at heart through and through, but he's not like super well educated in certain regards. But he also has some really nice takes occasionally that make a lot of sense, but also, again, are kind of assholey because they're real. Where like he doesn't take care of himself at all. I mean, he picked up his room more recently after the whole thing that happened with him talking about Israel and all that. He picked up his room and he took some time to himself. He's back and he's kind of being a bit of a goof again, but you know, that's just Asmongold. I've watched him for a really long time. I've watched him since he was just doing World of Warcraft stuff back in the day. I remember watching him way before anybody, like when he was fucking just Zach, when he was doing shit with his friends. And he was just doing like how-to guides and talking about shit. Like, I've loved Asmongold for a really long time, and it's really sad to see him in this position. And it's literally just because of the Amber Heard case that like popularized his chat to be less driven by, you know, World of Warcraft players and more driven by people that, you know, just want reaction content. And that's all he does now. And it kind of sucks. But it's also because World of Warcraft kind of sucks as a game now too. And he doesn't really have much to be doing besides whatever new release comes out. It kind of sucks. But that's enough about Asmongold. Thank you everybody for stopping by. I appreciate it. But again, you know, at any time, feel free to ask me any questions. Yeah, I'm old. About world building, character stuff, character design. If you want critiques at any time, please don't be afraid to ask me stuff. You know, if you've been here during the stream at any point where I actually critique someone's work, it's very rare that I just like outright call you an idiot or tell you that you're stupid. I do my best to give like proper criticism. I went to school for that part. Okay. I learned how to give really good criticism that doesn't hurt your feelings and helps you get better. At least I like to think. So yeah, but I hope everybody has a good rest of your night. I hope to hear from you guys later, like tomorrow, because me and Puck are hanging out tonight. But yeah, have a good night. Bye.